Hey guys, welcome to today's reading. This is going to be a bit of a quick one because my throat isn't feeling the best. It's a little sore, but we are going to be getting some channeled love messages for Valentine's Day for you guys. So we're going to see what messages you get from Spirit about your love life to celebrate beautiful St. Valentine's Day. And today we have a selection of cards for you to choose from. I do want to mention that I also have a Patreon up with a ton of additional readings. There are plenty of love readings over there. I just posted a reading all about what is the purpose of this connection or this relationship, but there's so many love readings to choose from over on Patreon if you want more clarity on anything going on in your love life. There are over 75 exclusive readings you'll only get access to on Patreon, and you also get early and ad-free access to all my YouTube videos. So there is a lot to choose from over on Patreon. If you want to join, head to the link underneath the timestamps in the comments and the description. I am going to put the numbers up on the screen of each of the different cards so you can see which is which, and just go to the card that is drawing your name, pulling your attention in towards it. And as soon as you make up your mind, you can just scroll down to the timestamps in the comments in the description and jump right into your pile. I also want to mention that I do private readings. So if you are interested in getting a private session with me, you can get that at my website, briarrosetarot.com. If you have one specific question you want to ask me, one specific area of your life you want clarity on, or if you are just wanting me to open channel and get some generalized messages from your team on the other side, we can do that too. You get to really choose how the session goes. So if that sounds good to you, head to that link in my description, briarrosetarot.com. Thanks for watching, guys. Now, if you need more time to decide, you can totally feel free to rewind, pause, and take as much time as you need, but we're going to go ahead and jump into pile. Hey, pile one, welcome to your reading. So if you pick this Beneath the Surface card, this is going to be your reading. So you guys got Beneath the Surface, Hidden Truths, Something Unknown. Let's get into your other cards. We're going to do a live shuffle again today, as we've been feeling lately. So let's see what cards we're going to get for pile one about their love life. What messages do they need to know about their love life? Kinship, community, your group, okay? Connections, partnership, contract, commitments. And this one fell out too. Letting go of urgency, surrender, freedom from time constraints. And that is really what I'm getting so strong for you, is like some of y'all are rushing or feeling this scarcity mindset, or feeling this idea that like no one likes me, or, you know, I don't really, maybe some of you guys haven't dated for a while, or maybe some of you even in this pile have never had a boyfriend or never had a girlfriend or whatever. And whatever the situation is, I feel like you need to know, or it's been a while, that you are so in demand. So many people like you. So many people are interested in you. Pile one, I feel like you guys have so many secret admirers. You have so many people who are like looking at you and being like, oh my gosh, they're stunning from the sidelines. You know, they may not step forward. They may not come and actually tell you how they feel, but truly you are so admired by so many. I'm hearing Bejeweled by Taylor Swift, and how she's like, when I walk in the room, I can make the whole room shimmer. I feel like that's your vibe. Like you are it. You have so many people that would love to be with you. And also you're really fun is what I'm getting. You have a fun, sparkling personality. So you don't need to be worried. You don't need to be, you know, in your head about it and feeling like stressed out or wondering or worrying about any of this, because I feel like you are definitely super in demand. You have a lot of people after you. You have a lot of people who do want to date you. And it's like, I think you just need to focus on doing things that are fun and enjoyable in the meantime, because some of this could also be divine timing with you finding your person, that, you know, there's a reason why you're being delayed somehow. I always compare it in my readings to like if you had a surprise party. You know, I always see those clips of someone that is filming like, I'm driving around my sister before her surprise party, and you know, they'll always have to, usually whoever's throwing the party is like running late and they can't get everything together in time. So the person who's driving around their sister will end up being like, oh my gosh, I forgot, let's go to the hardware store store and grab this. And oh my goodness, let's also run by TJ Maxx and I want to look at some clothes. And you can see the birthday person getting like more and more annoyed and being like, what is going on? Like, why is this taking so long? It's my freaking birthday and I'm having to go to the hardware store. But that is in service of like the beautiful surprise and party and all the gifts that they're going to get. So it's being delayed, it's being timed correctly, and it's being guided. And I feel like that's the image I'm seeing for you guys. So please do not worry about when am I going to find my person, or I feel so alone, or I don't have my group, or whatever, because trust me, you are, like I said, so in demand. So many people are interested in you, and letting go of urgency. I love this card. Surrender, freedom from time constraints. So we are not bound by time, on the astral plane. Even in reading, sometimes they will be very vague with timing. And I couldn't figure out for the longest time. I'd be like, well, just tell me, like, when is it going to happen? But I really realized talking to them on the other side how much they don't care about time. Like, it's just not a thing on the other side. So what may seem to us like it's taking forever, to them, they're like, what's the big deal? It's not even a factor in their minds. And I feel like you are being encouraged to have a good time, go out, enjoy yourself, live your best life in the meantime, and stop worrying about like the details of when or how, or this person didn't like me. So what? Who cares? The right people will like you. Lots of people do like you, pile one. So that's all that matters. Let's get into some of these tarot cards and see what's going on. I am feeling a little pang in my heart. So maybe for some of you guys, you have felt a little heartbreak lately, or rejection, or just you're sad around this Valentine's Day era. King of Wands could mean you've had a lot of F-boys, or people that were just in it for short-term connections, or people that were just kind of not that serious, like charmers and people that, can lay on the charm but don't actually have those long-term intentions. So maybe that's that can be hurtful when we're on the receiving end of it, but it's also that reminder that your worth is not dictated by anyone else. Someone else may think that, oh, this person is just good for a hookup, or this person isn't, I don't want to actually date them. They are in their lane. They have their own preferences, however crazy they may be, and it really isn't for us to even worry about. It reminds me of that Dita Von Teese quote where she's like, you could be the ripest, juiciest peach in the world, and there's always going to be someone who doesn't like peaches. And we all know someone like that, right? There's people out there who are like, oh, I hate ice cream. I hate chocolate. I hate desserts. I hate vanilla. I hate potato chips. I hate filet mignon. There's so many people that will be like, ew, gosh, that is gross, about literally everything. And I feel like for you guys, you need to know that just because one person is not seeing the full vision doesn't mean everyone isn't, or doesn't mean the right person isn't. In a way, it's like the more expensive the food gets, the more polarizing it can be. Like when you get up to the tier of caviar, of raw oysters, of truffles, of pate, those are foods that can be very polarizing. Someone may have caviar and be like, ew, it's so fishy, it's so salty, it's so briny. That's disgusting. Or sushi. Sushi's expensive, and a lot of people are like, oh my God, raw fish, that's sick. You know what I mean? So in a way, it's a compliment. Like everyone likes mac and cheese. Everyone likes a plain ham sandwich, right? Because there's not that much flavor there. But when you get into the realm of like a truffle pasta, there's going to be a lot of people that are like, oh, this tastes weird. Or a thing of caviar. A lot of people think that is way too much flavor, way too intense. So it's funny, sometimes like the better you are, the more you're going to get people who are like not always seeing it. And it doesn't mean that you don't have value. It may mean they don't see it, but maybe not taking it personally, or not even worrying about that, being like, okay, so, and what? So what? You know what I mean? And on to the next. And just putting it out of your mind and not letting that live rent free in your mind is really key. Like also the fact that so many people are attracted to you in that way isn't any kind of insult to you. If anything, it is a compliment to you. The fact that people are seeing you as very attractive and they want to initiate some kind of relationship quickly could just mean that you exude that energy. And that is a positive thing. I mean, that is a charismatic thing. And a lot of like super famous, iconic celebrities have placements that kind of make them like that. Like, Megan Fox has said, I just want to be taken seriously as an actress, but everyone puts me in these like sex symbol roles. Angelina Jolie, I feel like is the same thing. So, anyway, if you have been put in that role where you felt like a lot of people had short-term intentions or like you felt that they were just wanting some fun or whatever, reframe that from being an insult to a compliment. Like, yeah, they must be sensing that I'm amazing in bed. They must be sensing that I really am like a fantasy, beautiful goddess fairy creature, and they can tell and they know my power. So, another win, you know what I mean? Like, take that and reframe it because your mindset is everything. And I feel like for you guys, this is just about realizing your power because you do have so much power and someone may resent it. They may try to put you down, but you are doing amazing, sweetie. So that's all you need to know. Let's get some more cards. We also got, this is called the Fairy Lit and it corresponds to Temperance. But let's get some more cards for pile one. Ace of Swords, and I think that was reversed. Okay. And the Eight of Swords. What messages do we have about pile one's love life, spirits, and rebirth? I'm just gonna put that on the side because I don't like any cards that has, I need to like really, I don't know, do something about these cards, but that has a little naked figure on it. So we're gonna just put it on the side, even though I think it's allowed, but whatever. The Judgment card, aka Rebirth in this deck. And let's get one more, the Seven of Pentacles. So I'm hearing the vibe that like you are gonna meet your person when you're least expecting it. Maybe when you're busy with work, busy with other things, that may be when your person comes in. I feel like for you, it's almost like you're supposed to be focusing on yourself, on having fun, on enjoying yourself, on also the King of Wands, we could interpret it as that because the King of Wands lives in the moment and is fully in touch with that power of wand energy, the power of being present and joyful and emotional in the moment, not reminiscing about the past like maybe the King of Cups would, but living present in the moment, feeling those emotions and not being afraid of conflict, not being afraid of rejection, not being afraid of things not working out, but really living in that hopeful, optimistic place that the wands have. So for you guys, this could be about going out more, having fun, enjoying yourself, and not being so bogged down with like other people's opinions or what other people have to say or worrying about someone rejecting you, someone not liking you, someone not appreciating you, because again, that doesn't change your value at all. So with the Ace of Swords reversed, let me get a clarifying card about that. What do you want? Because I'm not even sure if that was reversed. I feel like it came out halfway. What do you want, pile number? Okay, this was kind of what I was thinking maybe the message was about. So thanks for confirming, Spirit. We got the Nine of Wands. I feel like the message for you is maybe there's been a bunch of times when you've stressed about like, should I text them? Or they haven't texted me? Or oh my God, what are they thinking? And you're kind of in that Nine of Wands, like stressed out energy, feeling like you have to do the most, feeling like I have to do this, and let me make sure I'm on point and perfect. And I want you to know that your person is going to come in and it's going to feel easy. It's not going to feel like you have to bend over backwards or worry about a text. It's going to flow. Things are going to feel guided, feel easy, feel, nice for you. You're not going to have to be like worrying so much. So if there's someone that you kind of feel like, maybe I should text them. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. And you go back and forth in your mind and you worry about that. I feel like you need to reshape your mind from that scarcity mindset into an abundance mindset. And text them if you want to. Text them if you're in a place where you're feeling good, if you're feeling happy and positive, then yeah, reach out and be playful and fun about it and easygoing because that energy is so magnetic. But if you're feeling like, I don't know, this person never texts me and it feels kind of negative and it feels kind of heavy, just drop it and stop worrying about it. Let them come to you. It's not to say you can't text first, but again, I think you should do it in a way that's like playful and open and your emotions aren't riding on it. This is about internally checking in with yourself and being like, where am I emotionally? Can I have a fun, lighthearted conversation with this person? Or am I so in a scarcity mindset and so obsessed with this person and thinking they're my only option? So if they don't text me back and tell me like, you're amazing, if they just give me a one-word response or they're just kind of like chill today, am I gonna panic? Because again, your energy will dictate how that goes. Your energy will come through whether you just typed out a one-word text or not. So if you were just like, hey, but they can feel the anxiety behind that, it's gonna be negative for your goal. If you text out, hey, and you're genuinely feeling good, you're in a good place, you're feeling positive, light, and easy, then send that text and be willing to engage. But for you, this is about the most important thing is your energy, putting your energy in a good place, a positive place, a lighthearted place, an easy place, not a heavy place, not this place where you feel like I have to say the perfect thing, I have to do the right thing. If I do that, this person won't treat me right, or this person has been disrespectful, then don't engage with them. Engage with the people that make you feel good, appreciated, happy, and don't be afraid to stand fully in your power, pile one, because you really are magnetic. You really are someone that draws people to you. And if someone can't see that or doesn't appreciate that, maybe they don't have the vision for that. Maybe they don't have that 20/20 vision and they're one of those people, no offense to anyone who has this, but some people have to wear like the heaviest, thickest glasses just to see anything. And if they don't have their glasses on, they won't be able to see clearly. And maybe some of these people aren't seeing you clearly if they don't appreciate you for that. But either way, the point is for you to get yourself in a good place where your opinion, your feelings, your emotions aren't dependent on that. Your emotions are dependent on you and what you're doing, and you're excited about your life regardless of how anyone else responds to you, regardless of what is happening in your romantic life. The rest of your life feels fulfilled. You're excited about things and you're joyful about things, and that's the kind of life that you really need to focus on building, not focusing or fixating on one person or multiple people or feeling really lonely. I think for you, this is about filling your life with other things, having things to look forward to, having things that you're excited about, so you're not going to give as much attention to a certain person or your love life in general or whatever. And then the right person is going to come in, and again, it's going to feel easy. It's going to feel awesome. Let me get some of these cards. For pile number one, we want to know what messages you have for pile one. The sun. Yes, you are the sun, pile one. You burn so brightly. We got the Knight of Cups. I feel like you also have a lot of natural charm to you, and people are tickled by you. They are charmed by you. You make a mark and you are exciting to be around. I actually think sometimes people are intimidated by you, wouldn't even approach you because they are intimidated by you. They may want to reach out, but then they're like, oh, I don't know, pile number one is this total package and they're probably going to reject me, that kind of a thing. Wow, ending on the Lovers. So yes, I think a lot of people sense your kind of power that you radiate, your beauty, and also that you'd be great in a relationship, and also you'd probably be great in bed, and people can maybe sense that. There's a lot of passion, there's a lot of charisma that radiates from you guys. And I think sometimes that can make people intimidated. I think sometimes it can make people a little nervous and they don't know how to proceed or what to say. It can make people be short-sighted and only focus on your sexuality or your attractiveness. Either way, these are things that I really think you need to, instead of feeling alone or lonely or unappreciated or I can't believe someone's only looking at me for that, you really need to shift it into your mind to like, wow, this is such a compliment. I look so good. People think the most positive things about me. They can see my beautiful power. They want to connect with me. And not that I have to like engage with them on that level if I'm not feeling it. Of course not. And we should always look after our own boundaries. But I am this powerful figure. I am this beautiful icon, and this is a compliment. It's not a bad thing. It's not a negative, and I'm not going to allow my mind to twist it into like some negative type of thing. I feel like for you guys, the message that I'm really getting is, first of all, you may have a lot of opportunities to date in the future. You may have a lot of admirers and a lot of people who are coming out of the woodwork who are interested in you, want to be with you, etc. And I also feel like for you guys, there is this message of you, again, focusing on your life, focusing on all the things that make you feel good, all the things that are fun hobbies and interests that you have, and not giving so much thought or so much worry to if someone doesn't text you back, if someone isn't calling. Let things flow, let things be what they're meant to be, let the right people step up towards you. I'm not saying you shouldn't have like a dating app profile. I think it's totally great to have a dating app profile, and then just maybe don't read the messages every morning and flip out if you don't have a new match and think it means something if someone isn't writing back, just accepting that that's part of the game, and that some people are also going to have lower vibrational motivations, and that doesn't change anything. You know what I mean? That doesn't affect your energy, who you are. It doesn't really say anything about you. It says everything about them and you. And if anything, it just is a compliment to you that you are vibing off that beautiful magnetic energy, and people can sense it and they want a part of it. So, yeah, I think for you, this is about exploring, having fun, telling you to enjoy your dating life and don't take it so serious. Do things that make you feel fun, lighthearted, easy. Don't be around people who don't make you feel that way, don't make you feel respected or appreciated or excited, and avoid those types of people and step towards the people that do recognize you for who you are. So that is what I have for you, pile one. I really hope you enjoyed your Valentine's Day reading. If you did, let me know in the comments, and also make sure to subscribe, like this reading, and turn on notifications. If you want to see more of my readings, head to my Patreon. I have over 75 exclusive readings you'll get access to as soon as you sign up. You also get early and ad-free access to all my YouTube videos. If you want more clarity on this love life situation, there are so many love readings over there, as well as open messages, where you'll be in your future, so many different topics. So if that sounds good to you and you want to sign up, head to the link underneath the timestamps in the comments and the description for my Patreon. Also, if you would like to get a private session with me, whether you have one specific question you want to ask me, or you just want me to open channel and talk to your guides and get information for you, you can get that at my website, briarrosetarot.com, and you can sign up for a tarot session with me, astrology, open channeling, whatever the case may be. So if that sounds good to you, like I said, head to my website, briarrosetarot.com, and the link is in my description for that. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm sending you so much love and light, and I'll be back again very soon with another reading. Take care, guys. Bye. Hey, pile two, welcome to your reading. So if you picked this emotional desert card, this is going to be your reading. So let's get into your cards. We're going to do a live shuffle today. So what messages do we have for pile two about their love life? What messages do we have for pile two about their love life? Journey guide, travel, change in location. Archangel Zadkiel, self-acceptance, compassion, forgiveness, letting go of urgency, surrender, freedom from time constraints, soulful appreciation, heartfelt gratitude, and let's get one more, balance, centered energy, self-care. So I feel like there is some worry in your mind, maybe about timing, or like a feeling of urgency, especially maybe with one particular person. Like, I have to make this work right now, or I have to make things happen in the right way. And I feel like you need to know that, first of all, things are going to unfold how they're supposed to unfold. And so you don't need to be stressing about any of those little details. Probably the things you're stressing about now, you won't even remember or worry about in 6 months or a year from now. That person that maybe you're really wanting to hear back from, but you haven't heard back from, if that is the right person for you, then things will work out with that, and you will not have to twist yourself into a pretzel, send yourself into stress, figure out exactly the perfect text to tell them. It's going to be easy. It's going to be flowing. So for you, if it's not the right person, that's going to be like a blip on your radar. So why are you even giving it attention? You're probably not even going to. It reminds me of that Taylor Swift lyric where she's like, and dated all those boys whose names I can't remember now. Because that's so true. Once you find the right situation for you in whatever area of your life, you're always like, oh, I remember when I was stressed about that. That's so funny. And I feel like for you right now, some of the people you're dealing with, maybe you're not going to care, or even like sweating the small stuff. Because I am getting the vibe that there could be some people who are in relationships who picked this pile. And this is just a reminder for you to not sweat the small stuff within your relationship, or not let small petty disagreements like, put a wedge between you guys or drive you into stress. Because really what it comes down to again is that beautiful energy that exists between two people, that beautiful heart connection that they share, that invisible string. And that is not going to be threatened by anything else. That is not going to be able to be destroyed by some tiny little detail. So for you, there's just that message that if someone is really making you feel stressed out, or if you are upset or worried or nervous because someone is not texting you, or because you haven't heard from them, or whatever, everything is unfolding as it should. And you need to treat yourself with that acceptance, with that understanding, with gratitude for the place that you're at in your life, and really come back to like what matters. And this also is a reminder that you are seeking out quality, not quantity. So for some of you guys, maybe in relationships, you feel like you have to be with someone right now, or you have to hop from relationship to relationship, or you feel, even again, if you're with a partner and you have a committed relationship that you're in, that like you have to spend a lot of time with that person, or you have to get a lot of texts from them. And I feel like this is your reminder that what really matters at the end of the day is the energy between two people and that mutual beautiful respect. So having, if it's been a while and you're feeling kind of lonely or something, or if you're in a relationship and you feel like you don't get to see your person, it's kind of coming back to that heart-centered place where you see the good in it. You understand or appreciate your partner, or again, if you're single, you see the big picture and you see that just because you're single right now, that's gonna probably be a blip on your radar. When you find your person, you're gonna be like, oh, remember when I was single for like a couple years, or a couple months, or a couple weeks, or whatever the timeline is, back then, remember that was kind of a cool time. I also feel like you're going through, some of you guys, a journey in self-discovery. You're discovering new parts of yourself that I feel like is going to really refine your relationship with your partner. So whether you're with that person already, or they're going to come in the future, I feel like the changes you're going through, the self-growth that you're going through, is going to make you a much better partner for the future. It's going to make you someone who is much more capable of handling relationships and being the kind of person you want within a relationship. Don't be nervous or worried if you feel like you're discovering new aspects of yourself. Keep in mind, like, we're going through a ton of astrological upheaval. For example, Pluto just shifted signs into Aquarius. Everyone has their progress chart changing every year. And of course, transits. So it's hard to say exactly how things could be affecting you in particular. But all of us are going through changes in our life, in our astrology chart, etc., day after day. And maybe you're going through a major milestone. Like maybe in your progress chart, your sun shifted into a new sign, or your Venus sign shifted into a new sign, or into a new house, or whatever. But I feel like for you guys, you are growing and discovering new parts of yourself. Maybe this Pluto transit is hitting your chart really hard, especially if you have any planets in the early degrees of the fixed signs, so early Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, or Taurus, then that will mean that you are going to be heavily affected by this current transit we're going through with Pluto, and you might really have that area of your life transformed. But my point is, whatever is shifting for you, I feel like you're going through a lot of growth, and it feels a little bit nerve-wracking. Like maybe you've found yourself acting differently differently lately, or becoming a different person, or acting a little out of character. And I feel like you need to know that you are developing into a deeper, higher octave version of yourself. And that is a beautiful thing. It's not a bad thing. It's not something to feel bad about. It's something to embrace. It's something to feel good about. So yeah, I think that there may even be a calling for some of you guys who aren't partnered to really take the time out to be single and to discover new parts of yourself and to enjoy this process, because I feel like you're growing into a deeper version of who you were always meant to be. Let me get into some tarot over here. Okay, so we got Temperance, the Two of Pentacles, okay, Two of Wands. Yeah. Sorry, guys, I had to cut that out because there were some inappropriate cards that we pulled. So it was the Devil card, aka Sir Nennis in this deck, and the Star card. Let's see what other cards we're gonna get though. The Three of Wands. Oh my gosh. So crazy how we got the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands, Two of Pentacles. There's a theme going on here. Um, yeah, there's a lot of self-discovery cards that we're getting, and then the Ace of Cups. I feel like part of this is a message for my single viewers that you are still growing and developing into the person you're going to be. So I'm hearing you have not reached your final form yet. I don't know. That sounds like it's from a movie or something, although I don't know what it's from. But I do feel like you're still in that journey of self-growth and maybe even planning a lot of things out with your life. Maybe a lot is up in the air. We did get journey guide, travel, change in location. So maybe for some of you guys, you're going to be moving, or you're going to be traveling around a lot, or having a nomadic lifestyle, or changing jobs or whatever. And it's almost like the cement isn't set in place yet. So we're not going to start into that, other person, bringing that other person around, or that seventh house, fourth house energy of creating a family or whatever. I feel like for you, you still need to do a lot of this growth. And then at exactly the right moment, we have this Ace of Cups, which is a beautiful new relationship, but you're going to be so much more capable of giving everything to that relationship and really being the best version of yourself, because you took this time out for the growth and because you didn't rush into it or just try to worry about, I have to find someone, I can't be single, I can't be alone. With Temperance, this is also an urge towards patience and understanding, because things are being alchemized. The Temperance card literally shows the process of alchemy. So when we're willing to be patient and we're willing to go through those changes, we're literally alchemizing ourselves. When we let Spirit do that work instead of blindly rushing in or distracting ourselves or feeling like we have to prove something to others. So let me get a boyfriend just so everyone on Instagram can see that, and all my family members will be like, oh, perfect, you're on track then, and everything's great for you. And we get that approval. When we're willing to be ourselves and do that kind of trauma shadow work, then we're going to be so much more better off and much more aligned to find that right person for us. We did get the Devil card, and we got the Star card. Okay, so we got the Devil card. That can definitely talk about bad habits, traumas, addictions, anything that is not serving us or is acting out of that kind of scarcity mindset or that limited mindset or a fear mindset can definitely be covered by the Devil card. And I feel like a lot of you guys are undoing that. You may be doing some immense shadow work and kind of construction on yourself, like really unearthing stuff and really moving through past energies, even past life energies. I feel like you guys are truly transforming yourself, and the Star card actually does show that. It shows this kind of journey towards a star where you're starting out somewhere far away and having to wander along this river, and eventually you'll reach the star or the right journey, the right destination. So I feel like for you guys, you need to trust that this is being guided, and I feel like you are really stepping into a better, higher version of yourself. But if you're worried about a timeline, just know that this is not something that is like being ruled by the human timeline. I feel like for you guys, the work you're going through is going to benefit you so much. The work you're doing, even though it may not be like actual straight up financial work, I love this card, how it shows this butterfly weighing the same as a stack of gold, because it's that message that, just because something may seem free or it may not seem expensive doesn't mean that it doesn't have worth. And by the same token, just because we're not sitting in an office working a 9 to 5 or sitting or working outside and like carrying heavy bags doesn't mean we're not doing labor. I feel like you guys have been doing a lot of spiritual labor, working on yourselves, moving through a lot of toxic energies and cleansing those out of your energy field. And honestly, I feel like the person that you're becoming is so much stronger and so much more powerful. Let me pull some tarot cards from this deck. So we want to know about pile number 2, and we want to see messages for their love life. So we got the Tower, the Queen of Cups. Okay. What are messages for pile 2's love life? Oh, we got the Star twice and the Hanged Man. What are messages for pile number 2's love life? The Queen of Swords and the Moon and the Six of Wands. So there's going to be a big celebration when you finally have worked through all this stuff. I feel like you're going to have so much to celebrate. You are going to have that beautiful relationship, or you're going to have that kind of love life that you've always wanted. It may feel like you're in a tower moment, but keep in mind that whatever is brought down by the tower needs to be dismantled, needs to be destroyed. If it was destroyed by the tower, then it was destroyed for a reason. If you're feeling like you're being challenged or triggered, or you're having really difficult emotions brought up, just know that those needed to be brought up. You needed to have that light shone on that part of your life in order so you could ascend and do that soul work. I feel like you guys are being very intuitive at this time. We got the Moon card, we got the Queen of Cups, and even the Star card can be a little bit psychic. So I feel like for you guys, you're really doing deep work on the spiritual side. And of course, the Hanged Man is also ruled by Neptune, which is extremely psychic. So yeah, I feel like for you guys, this is that deep, powerful spiritual work. This is you tuning into the realm of the unconscious, the subconscious, past lives, dreams, that kind of a thing, to see the right path for yourself. And it may be unconventional. It may not look the same to everyone, but that doesn't mean that it's not the right path for you. I feel like in a way, I'm getting the message that some of you guys have bigger destinies in this lifetime. And it's not to say then you can't be in a relationship, but it's almost like you have other things that need to take a lot of your focus. And by the way, if you're single, I'm not saying you'll be single forever, and you could be in a relationship, but it's almost like the work you're doing is the most important thing. The spiritual work you're up to, the working through your past issues. Maybe you're meant to help the collective in this way, or you're meant to write a book, or you're meant to, I don't know, do some creative project or start a business or whatever. And this is just not necessarily the be all end all for you, you know? I mean, it's always funny how I feel like people do reduce like everyone's life into like their love life, or, who they're dating. You can be the most successful actress on the planet, but if you're not like in a relationship, people will be like, oh my gosh, poor thing, she's so sad. And the reality is that person is probably doing deep spiritual work for the collective on some level. And maybe spirit needed or required them to be single for that purpose. But for you guys, I'm not saying spirit is going to require that for you forever, but for right now, it just feels like you are being brought through in a process, and that process is for good. And even if you're in a relationship, maybe it's that you just are doing soul growth work within the relationship. And this is your message that if this is the right person for you, whatever soul growth work you're doing, on the other side, this relationship is going to be perfectly okay. I also feel like this could be a message that if you're in a relationship, needing to spend more time with that person or needing to really have that patience and understanding for each other's growth. So understanding that even though you're in a relationship, both of you guys are individuals and you're both going to be growing, changing, becoming a different person than you were when the relationship first started. And that's what you want, right? No one wants to be in that perfectly stagnant relationship where no change happens. So, yeah, there is a lot of growth taking place. There is a lot of transformation happening for you. And I do feel like whatever you want in life, whether you want to focus on your spiritual work, your career success, abundance, etc., or a relationship, you're going to be much more capable of manifesting this after this process is through. And I feel like it's also a message for you just to trust this process because, again, I feel like you're becoming a different version of yourself. You're unleashing new sides of yourself. The old you isn't necessarily going to be the person that you are now or the person that you are certainly in like a year from now, 2 years, 3 years from now. And that's okay. That's a good thing because you're growing up, you're glowing up, you're becoming a better and deeper version. You're releasing past traumas. You're releasing the person you had to become to survive in the past. So this is actually a really beautiful change, and it may be requiring all your focus and attention right now. If you're in a relationship, like I said, I think it's beautiful when two people are both growing on their own path and then they can still come back together. Or if you are single, this could be something that is just requiring a lot of your energy, and that is the purpose of you kind of being by yourself at this time, is so that you can really give it your all. But either way, I think it's a change for the positive. We also got the Six of Wands, which can talk about the need to really be on social media or to be out in public, go out to a bar. Like if you're trying to meet someone, maybe going out in public to see people or putting yourself up on social media or socializing more, seeking out those opportunities to let people see you, let people know who you are instead of kind of like hiding away, being in too much of hermit mode, being too in your head, allowing life to kind of happen to you and for you to experience all these different things instead of pushing them away or holding it at arm's distance, I think is also a message Spirit wants for you. So yeah, that is what I have for you, pile 2. I really hope it resonates. If it does, let me know down in the comments. I always love hearing from you. So let me know what you think. Also make sure to give this reading a thumbs up, hit the like button, and subscribe. And if you want to see more of my content, head on over to my Patreon, where I post all my additional readings. As soon as you sign up, you'll get access to over 75 exclusive readings you'll only find on Patreon. There's a ton of love readings over there, but there are readings about absolutely everything. You also get early and ad-free access to all my YouTube videos, so they get posted over there first. And we also vote on and you guys suggest new readings. So if all that sounds good to you, head to the link underneath the timestamps in the comments and the description to join me for Patreon. Also, if you would like to get a private one-on-one reading with me, you can get that at my website, briarrosetarot.com. You can have me pull tarot for you, read your astrology, channel for you. If you have one specific question you want to ask me, or just a general channeled messages, open channeling with spirit kind of session, you get to really choose how it goes. So if that sounds good, you're interested in signing up for that, go to my website, briarrosetarot.com, and the link for that is in my description. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I am sending you so much love and light, and I will see you again very soon in another reading. Take care, guys. Bye. Hey, pile 3, welcome to your reading. So if you got this Currents of Emotion card, this is going to be your reading. So let's get into some additional cards. I'm going to do a live shuffle. Let's see what cards we have for pile number 3, what messages they need to hear about their love life. What messages does pile 3 need to hear about their love life? Okay, we got achievement, completion, reward, relaxation, peaceful pursuits, happy times. Sensitivity and strength, tapping the forces within, shamanic healer, cleansing, attunement, and angels of the 7 chakras, power, truth, connection. So I feel like you guys are learning so much about yourself, and there is this emphasis on you learning. So almost like I feel like the message is that maybe some of you guys have a little bit of fear about heartbreak or about getting played or any of these kind of like fear mentalities we can get into about love. And of course, there are risks for people when dating. I think especially for women, straight women who are dating, because of course they're dating men who are bigger and stronger than them. So of course there are risks to be aware of, and I'm not saying we shouldn't be aware of those. But I also think it's really important to go into things with an energy of like openness and letting things be what they're going to be. Sometimes when we can get so obsessed with this idea that like, oh my gosh, I don't want to get played, so I'm gonna sabotage this from the start, or I'm gonna have my walls so high up. I'm not gonna be on any dating apps. I'm not gonna go talk to anyone ever out at the bars. I'm not gonna respond if someone DMs me. You know what I mean? Like, that's really blocking potential blessings from coming in. And of course, like I said, it's great to have boundaries. It's great to know what we want and not to accept less than. But I also feel like when we have this attitude of like, I'm going to completely put my walls up all the way so high, then it can be really hard to find someone who will climb them and someone who will like burst through those walls, and it can be very constricting. It can feel like um, we kind of don't have other options, or we can isolate ourselves by doing that. So it's kind of a difficult battle, but I think we want to try to keep our sensitivity while being strong-minded. So still having those boundaries up. It's not to say don't have boundaries. You know, if you're like, I want to make sure that the guy I'm talking to is respectful. I think that's so important. And of course, definitely, and cut someone off if they're not respectful. But also, you know, we don't necessarily have to like um, just completely not talk to anyone or have so many rules that like it's so easy for someone to like make us mad and make us block them. You know what I mean? And I guess the message that I'm getting for some of you guys is like allow things to be what they are. So if you're going to go be in the dating world, or if you're going to be dating someone, expect and accept that maybe there will be a couple of awkward moments, or maybe there'll be some slight misunderstandings. And here's the key, I think, is like just not taking it personally, like understanding that you're pursuing an end goal, which is hopefully to find your partner or the person you really want to be with and have that loyal monogamous relationship with. So if someone like doesn't fit that or whatever, who cares? You know, because I think sometimes this fear of like getting our heart broken or having those walls up, what it is it's kind of like ego preservation. Like, oh God, but what if someone treats me bad? Then I'll look like a clown. Then they'll make a clown of me. But the reality is that no one can make a clown of you. You still have your beautiful inherent self-worth, and nothing anyone else does will have any say over that. No one can make you have any less than you already are. No one can make you into some kind of clown or some kind of idiot, even if they were to treat you badly, even if they were to, um, you know, play you in some way. That does not make you a bad person. That does not make you an idiot. So sometimes I think we can try to protect ourselves, but end up like having armor on that's so strong and so thick that like no one can get in. You know what I mean? And I guess the message that I'm getting is kind of like think of it even as a learning process, like depersonalize it. Don't think of it as like, oh my God, but if I respond, then, you know, if they sent me like a teasing playful message and I respond, then what if they screenshot it and they send it into blah 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 and they make fun of me? You know what I mean? Like I feel like especially living in 2024, we can so easily fall into that because everyone is making like TikTok content and Instagram content and memes about things. And we don't want to be that person that gets played publicly or looks like an idiot or looks like a simp for guys or gets played for girls. So we end up kind of like keeping everyone away. And I think that it's really important to like depersonalize it. Like it's almost like, so what? Think of it as a game. Think of it as like, a fun learning experience. And if it turns out to be a beautiful relationship, turns out to be a beautiful connection, then that's great. And if it doesn't, then on to the next. Who really cares? We're not going to let ourselves feel bad if it doesn't work out or get upset if it doesn't work out. We're just going to continue on our path towards the things we want, and hopefully the right person will emerge. But we're not going to get bogged down into like feeling defeated, feeling upset about any of that. So yeah, I feel like for you guys, even this could be in your relationship, like not taking things as personally if you are in one, and just kind of looking at everything in life really as like, a learning school, and everything that triggers us, everything that upsets us, everything that doesn't sit right with us, we can learn from that. And maybe there is some truth to that, because sometimes people are disrespectful. Sometimes people don't have good motives, and it's okay. And it's a good thing to identify that and be aware of that and not have like overly rose-colored Neptunian glasses. But at the same time, we can not get personally offended or upset or mad, and we can just be like, whatever, okay, cool, on to the next, and keep things focused on what we want to attract, what we want to bring in, rather than the negative or low vibrational things. So let me get into this set of tarot, and let's get some tarot cards for you. Pile number 3. We want to get some tarot for pile 3 about their love life, any messages they need to hear about their love life. So we got the Lord, which is the Emperor. I also have a message for my singles about that you guys are really attractive, and a lot of people are going to be super drawn to you. I'm not going to show that card because even though it's really small, there's like a little nudity. So we're just going to put that on the side, and it's the Judgment card. And this one is the Queen of Cups. Yes, a lot of people are really attracted to you. And I feel like in a way, some of you guys need to know that so many people are drawn to you. So many people think you're really beautiful. They are very intimidated by you at times as well. So people may not fully step forward. I also feel like your guides are telling me a message that they have protected you against many people that weren't in your best interest. So if there were, oh my gosh, another card. Oh my gosh, I have to take care of this deck and just pull out all the cards that have any kind of nudity, because I don't even think this shows nudity fully, but I don't want to risk it. But this one is the Devil card, aka Cernunnos, in this deck. As I had been saying, what was I saying? Oh yeah, there are so many admirers, and I feel like your guides, your team on the other side is very much in touch with you, in tune with you, and they are protecting you against some of these people. So some of those situations that weren't supposed to happen, they may have felt like they randomly didn't work out. They may have felt like they just fell through, like, oh, I can't believe, why didn't that go forward? Like the conversation was so great and then suddenly he ghosts. That may have been your guides working on him, telling him not to respond because they know he's not right for you, or making his life super complicated so he's busy with work, so he always takes an hour to respond, and eventually you're like, okay, I guess he doesn't want to talk to me, and you stop texting him and the conversation falls off. Like, those things, as frustrating as they may be to go through, I feel like they have happened for your divine protection, and your guides, angels, and ancestors have really been looking out for you, trying to protect you, trying to make everything flow for you. They do not want you to be in a situation that is detrimental for you, that is negative for you. They do not want you to connect with someone that is not in your best interest. So a lot of them are working overtime to protect you, to kind of squirrel you away from these more negative people or situations. And even though it may be frustrating, or you may go through times when you feel very isolated, or I guess single, this is the message for the singles, I feel like those things are being done on purpose. It's almost like you need to be protected because you are so precious. You're like the Hope Diamond, being protected against or inside like a bunch of different security devices, against inside glass and a bunch of lasers and an armed guard on the side. Like, that's you. And so I know it may be frustrating, but I feel like you are being protected from some of these people who aren't the right ones for you. Let's get into some more cards for pile number 3. We got the Three of Pentacles, and let's see what else we're gonna get. Another, oh my goodness, there's so many little naked people coming out in your cards, pile three. I don't know what that means, but we got the World card. So we had the Judgment, the Devil, and the World card. Yeah, I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's like you attract almost too much attention. Some of you are too charismatic and too attractive, and you just really draw people in. And so for that reason, I feel like your guides have had to kind of think of like clever sabotage techniques or aligned you maybe with people that haven't had your best interest at heart or haven't been that serious in order to like delay time. So maybe that's why you have, if you felt like you've encountered people that didn't have serious intentions or the conversations fell off or whatever, that may have been done on purpose. Let's get two more cards. Okay, the Two of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. And we also got the Princess, aka the Page of Swords. So I feel like for you guys, at the right time, you are going to be aligned with the right person. And it is about divine timing. It is about the right person, place, or thing. Your guides also want to acknowledge that you've done so much soul growth work. Like I feel like you guys have really been willing to take on difficult lessons, to withstand certain rejections, certain hard lessons that you had to go through. And I feel like on the other side, your team is so happy, so grateful that you have been willing to step forward into that growth. You have been willing to take on, like I said, those hard lessons, those difficult parts of the journey that teach us so much. I feel like you have been going through a big period of cleansing, healing, attunement. And you're coming out the other side a lot smarter, a lot wiser, and having a better grasp on what you want to bring in, what you don't want. There's also an element of karma at play. I'm hearing that for the people who don't treat you right, they are going to be cursed with bad karma. Just know that. For sure. Yeah, I'm getting images of someone like getting sick or something after dealing with you. If they treated you badly, being like, "Oh my God, I randomly got the flu," or something like that. I'm not saying that's definitely happening to a specific person, but I'm just saying I feel like you are being protected. Your guides are trying to make sure that you are protected, and so they may go out of their way even to punish someone who didn't treat you right, didn't act well towards you. But this is a growth learning period that you're in. We got the Two of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles. There's a lot of juggling also that you may be doing in your life, from balancing your personal life as well as your work life and other subjects. And I feel like what you're having to learn to do is to balance these things. I get the vibe that some of you in this pile, not everyone, is like lonely, or you've been feeling really lonely. And I feel like your guides also want you to know that you're going to be aligned with people on your path that are meant to be temporary or aren't necessarily meant to be there forever, but are just kind of like a temporary fix or a temporary connection, even if it's not romantic in nature, even if it's like a friendship that forms or a quick flirtation with someone, or you really hitting it off with a guy at the bar and like just chatting one night. That can be like a short-term fix, even if it's not the full real thing. And I know that could be frustrating. I'm not saying, by the way, everyone in this pile is going to be single forever. I just am channeling messages for you about how to deal with being single. If you are single, this is what they want me to tell you. If you're in a relationship as well, I feel like there's a message for you about being authentic, standing your own ground, and also allowing yourself to grow as much as you need to grow. And if this is the right person for you, of course that person is going to be so happy to see you grow, so happy to see you do your own thing and level up and turn into a better version of yourself. So you have nothing to fear with the right partner. And I feel like for you, this is kind of a message also about being on your own path, finding independence, of course still maintaining that beautiful relationship. But I feel like the thing that unites pile three is this intense level of getting really deeper in spirit, growing a lot, learning a lot, and becoming a kind of smarter and more intelligent and more spiritual person as well. So I also want to pull some tarot from this deck. So Let's get some tarot for pile number 3. What messages do we have for pile 3? What messages do we have for pile 3 about their love life? Okay, so this is the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, then we have the Knight of Pentacles. This is the Death card, the Empress, and I'm hearing pile 3, and it definitely corresponds with the Empress. You don't know how beautiful you are. You don't know how attractive you are. And you don't know how many people are really, really drawn to you and take your energy as something so, so special. So anyone who is not appreciating it on that level, like, on to the next, have that attitude of like, okay, I'll find the right person and I don't need to settle for anything less than that. But we got the 4 of Wands as well. So we got the 3 and the 4 of Wands. Yeah, I feel like for you, there's a lot of soul progression happening. There's a lot of moving forward. There's a lot of learning. It's almost like you're in boot camp and you're getting stronger every single day. And Spirit is saying for you, again, to do things to kind of have fun in the meantime as you grow and as you maybe wait for your person to come in. Don't be afraid to be out in the world. Don't be afraid to be enjoying things, experiencing things, appreciating things, maybe flirting a little, maybe meeting people. But also, I'm hearing that you will know. You may be very psychic, pile number 3. We got the Queen of Cups. So at the right time, in the right moment, meeting the right person, you will probably have a download, have an inner knowing that this is the person for me. I found my person. I found my soulmate. And so if that isn't the message you're getting, then feel free to take it as it is, have fun with it, enjoy yourself, have a great time, flirt, or whatever you want to do, but you don't necessarily need to like stress out about it. You know what I mean? So this is a message really about not stressing, about not allowing yourself to worry or go into a spiral about, oh my God, what if this doesn't work out? What if this person doesn't like me? What if they don't respect me? What if they don't text me back? Okay, so what? Like, who cares? I feel like you are, in any case, leaving behind an old version of yourself. We got the Death card. So the old you, the person that you used to be in a year ago, may be very different from the person that you are now or that you're going to be a year from now. And I feel like you're just being encouraged to really enjoy this process. And again, that element of karma, that maybe some of you guys really need to hear this for some reason. We got the Justice card, but there will be justice, there will be karma for all the people who don't treat you right. So don't even worry about it. Don't even sweat that. If there's someone that treated you bad, if there's someone that did you wrong, then just let Spirit handle it, because trust and believe your guides are on it. They are managing it. They are taking care of it. And it's nothing you need to like work on, worry about, or do anything about, because they definitely have it handled. So yeah, I think you are really being called to like have fun, focus on yourself, do some inner work, embrace the energy or the season that you're in your life, and not let it get you down if your person hasn't come in yet. If they have, fantastic. But you are being prepared, you are growing, you are learning, and that's a good, beautiful thing. And at the right moment, you're going to recognize your person when they do come in. So that is the message I have for you, pile number 3. I really hope it resonates. If it does, let me know down in the comments. I always love hearing from you guys, hearing your thoughts and your stories, your insights. So let me know what you think. Also, make sure to give this reading a thumbs up, hit the like button, and subscribe. If you would like to see more of my readings, head on over to my Patreon, where you will get access to over 75 exclusive readings as soon as you sign up. I have a lot of love readings over there and lots of different subjects that we cover. You guys also vote and suggest new readings over there, and you also get early and ad-free access to all my YouTube videos, so they get posted over there first. So if you're interested, go to the link underneath the timestamps in the comments in the description for my Patreon. Also, if you would like to get a private one-on-one session with me, you can get that at my website, briarrosetarot.com. If you have one specific question you want clarity on, you want guidance about, then we can focus on that. Or if you just want an open channeling, seeing what comes through, seeing what messages your guides have for you, we can also do that. It's really up to you to say how you want the session to go. If that sounds good to you and you're interested, go to my website, briarrosetarot.com. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I am sending you so much love and light, and I'll be back again very soon with another reading. Take care, guys, and I'll see you then. Bye.